find me a like 6'2" like Louisiana man.
Kroger, you want to go early in the morning, but pretty much any time of day. You can tell if they married because if their wife sent them to the store, they gonna be walking around with a little list and looking confused.
Men looking at my videos and my profile and saving them. What are you waiting for? Send me a message.
Down here, how close we are. So it's a lot of men just don't care about dating.
Also, you have to have at least one reference from a woman in your life who's willing to vouch for you and say that you're a good guy.
Eligible bachelors in Louisiana, specifically the greater New Orleans area. My house is in Mandeville. Do you exist?
Unfortunately, this is not a location issue. This is something that is happening across the board. Message that you prefer the bear over a man.
In that, like, it's just like people in New Orleans do not like to be told nothing, and it's just like they just have a eerie spirit over this city, because it's like it's very seldom you come across a person where, like, you know, like the elders cool.
My New Orleans ladies, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any, like, where are the men? And I know you're like, no babe, that's what we're asking you, but now I'm asking you, where are they? Because I've had like 3 seemingly good men respond to my call for single men in New Orleans. I don't understand. And I see some of you men looking at my videos and my profile and saving them. What are you waiting for? Send me a message. Stop being weird. My New Orleans ladies, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any, like, where are the men? And I know
Men are everywhere. I live on the Gulf Coast, so I live like an hour and a half from New Orleans, but we're all brothers and sisters. Down here, how close we are. So the men are everywhere. It's a lot of men just don't care about dating. Hookup culture is rampant. Cheating is rampant. There's not a lot of benefit to dating a lot of people. People keep thinking grass is green on the other side. You know, you go on dates, get ghosted. After a date, you go on like 2 or 3 dates, and then, yeah, there's something about you that they don't like. So they move on. Like, compromising and understanding people aren't perfect is something that's normal here. A list of shit goes on. You know, you date people, go on dates with people 2-3 times. Next thing you know, they go back to their baby daddies. Because everyone down here has children. I'm like a unicorn to be 40 but no children. But most people have children. You know, in your 30s, most people, dudes will run in. I've worked in the bar scene. A lot of people are in their 30s. You know, they've had children in their 20s, so now they're all trying to act like they're 20 to relive their hoe phases they never had. If you want to go out and just have fun and like, that's easy. That's like the normal thing down here. Right? It's just, you know, people want to go and do all that shit and, you know, not heal themselves, not be emotionally and mentally stable and available, and they're out here trying to date. And so when it comes to dating, a lot of dudes are like, I don't think so. Because it's a big waste of time for a lot of people. Some people get lucky, but it's just not everybody. So hopefully this helps. You're welcome.
My New Orleans ladies, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any, like, where are the men? And I know you're like, no babe, that's what we're asking you, but now I'm asking you, where are they? Because I've had like 3 seemingly good men respond to my call for single men in New Orleans. I don't understand. And I see some of you men looking at my videos and my profile and saving them. What are you waiting for? Send me a message. Stop being weird.
Ladies, unfortunately, this is not a location issue. This is something that is happening across the board everywhere. Because men today have listened to the message that you prefer the bear over a man. Bear with it. The message that you don't want to be approached in public. The message that good men are like a needle in a haystack. And unfortunately, that means that he is going to have to work very, very, very hard at convincing you that he's one of those good men. Unfortunately, that means that man is going to have an immense amount of energy to put in your her direction. And honestly, in today's society where he's putting in a ton of effort just to survive, just to work a job, to build up his career, to build up his finances, that means that for a lot of these good men, dating has been pushed off to the side. It's not a priority to them. So you ask where to find these good men, they're either home, working, or just trying to avoid people.
Couldn't agree more.
Ain't that crazy? This is happening all across the map, every state, every city, and they're shocked. But how and why would you be shocked? Look, I gotta tell you something. When you make a bunch of TikTok videos, when you say I don't need a man, when you say, oh, men are desperate, and the issue is you still have a lot of, like, for instance, look at her age, right? She's older. Let me tell you what's going on. I got to tell you what's happening. Because some younger girls are probably still getting talked to. But even if she's not older, she looks older. Men want no parts. Even the men that are still talking to ladies, they want someone younger. You're aged out, lady. All the times you spent spinning around the block, keep spinning. Seriously. Right now, you're like, what do they call those guys? What do they call those things? The toppers? She's spinning like a top. Just spinning. Oh, where is you? Oh, that's what it is. She's spinning looking for men. Oh, where did he go? Oh, where did he go? Nobody be found.
In New Orleans and you are looking for a partner, a woman to date, a good woman, and you are a good man, send me a message, because I, through a series of silly and unfortunate events, have found myself playing matchmaker on TikTok. So currently in my DMs, I have about 50 plus unread messages from gorgeous New Orleans women looking for a good man. So if that's you, that sounds like you, send me a message. Include your name, your city, just to confirm, and then your email address. And also, if you don't have a profile picture set on your profile, send me a picture of yourself as well, okay? And be careful, because you only get one shot to send me a message. Do not start it with "what up." I'm not reading it. Okay. And also, you have to have at least one reference from a woman in your life who's willing to vouch for you and say that you're a good guy.
It's delusional.
And I'm very serious about that. Okay, bye.
Wait a minute. Whoa. One good reference?
No, thank you.
From a woman? Did you hear what you just said? One good reference? You know what men are saying? Say if a man was interested. He said, what? He took offense when you said that. You were good until you said one good reference. Do you know? I gotta say something, right? What is he gonna get a reference from his sister? But when men hear something like that, they hear you qualifying again. And look at your face, lady. I'm only stating the obvious, right? Men see you qualifying, selecting, right? Because if you're saying you need a good reference, this is not a job application. You see what you get or you leave it. You take what you get or leave it. They think they got it their way. That's the issue. That's the issue in the date market now. Ladies like you who are shung yeah. Seriously, bring you over to this side of the world, shung yeah. But there, you think you got it all, and you don't. Your time has come.
TikTok. TikTok indeed.
Is just not a real place, okay? So I'm out here right now for a while, a few hours, and I've never met a group of men call you by whatever you got going. You got what you wearing, okay? Say two-tone hair. Blondie! Like, nigga. What's up, little brown skin, little brownie? What's up, little fupa? Oh, you thought you were 8. Okay. You thought you were 8. I'm not coming back. Like,
See, you know where she's at. You know who's doing that? Pookie. There is a lot of them. I'm not trying. There's a lot of Pookies everywhere, but yeah, she's getting hollered at. The white lady needs to go deal with Pookie, deal with Trailer Park Jeff, right? That's who she has. That's her options. Giving references and all of that stuff, leave it. That's how men are saying, leave it. Because she's not willing to take what we're giving, leave it. And I'm not telling you to go date Pookie. I'm not telling you to go date Trailer Park Jeff. But why are you demanding? Why are you making so much demands when you're thirsty? That's like me in the desert, right? A person brings me some water, and I look, but that water, it's not pH 9. That's not pH 9 water. I can't drink it. What? You thirsty or not? You should be willing to drink ocean water. Not ocean water. You'll die, actually, drinking ocean water. But still, lake water, at least, river water. Beggars can't be choosers.
It's a little rant. Can I find me a, like, 6'2", like, Louisiana man, like, white, specifically, from, like, Baton Rouge? Good personality, love me for me, and, like, somebody who's fine as
Eligible bachelors in Louisiana, specifically the greater New Orleans area. My house is in Mandeville. Do you exist?
Nope.
And if so, where are you? Are you in hiding?
I'm gonna tell you where you're gonna find your man at. I'm gonna tell you where your man is at. He's at the grocery store. He's down to the Kroger's, okay? Let me tell you something. Forget the club. You don't want no man that's addicted to that nightlife. It ain't nothing worse than freshly divorced men that's out here hurt and on the prowl looking for some ass. Absolutely not. Let me tell you where you want to go. It's Kroger. You want to go early in the morning, but pretty much any time of day, you're going to see some men in there, and they going to be shopping.
Run.
They shopping. And you can end up in the cart, huh? And it's easy. You can see what kind of car they drove up in. That's one thing. And you can tell if they married, because if their wife sent them to the store, they gonna be walking around with a little list and looking confused. They might ask you where something is because they don't know. Some lady done sent them here. You could go ahead and stay away from them if you want to. But the single men is at the store because they got to come do the shopping themselves. They got to come do the shopping themselves. They don't got nobody at home to cook for them. So you could tell by what they got in their basket. It's like one piece of fruit, some energy drinks or something, maybe some something healthy old men eat. You know, some cantaloupe or something. I don't know, but I'm telling you, forget going out. Forget that late night stuff. Your man's in them, Zaddy them is at the grocery store. Don't say I ain't gave you nothing.
She said the guys with the list don't pay them no mind. When I used to shop, right, when I was single, what I would do, because I'm a responsible man, right, I'd write down a list. Do you know why I wrote down a list? Sometimes there were some things I wanted and I didn't want to forget. All the responsible guys out there know what I'm talking about, especially ones that know how to cook. So I wrote down a list for things, dishes I was looking to prepare. So these ladies, she's telling them to not look at the guys with the list. What if that's a responsible man? But I'll let her tell it, right? You ladies watch TikTok for advice and YouTube for advice and hear that and then go, but you know what? They're not listening to her anyway. Why? Why is that? Because these ladies want married men anyway. They want what's not theirs. What's that song? You down with OPP? Yeah, you know them. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. That's them. All day long.
New Orleans women so aggressive. And I don't think y'all understand what it's like to be a New Orleans woman. Like, literally, all our life we had to fight. Like, literally, there's a war going on in your head. Like, PTSD, trauma. We can't help it. It's either you love us or you hate us. And most of the time, y'all love to hate us. Because let's be honest, it's no woman like a New Orleans woman. So regardless of how you feel, that's just the truth. But as far as the aggressiveness goes, y'all gotta think about it. We grew up totally different from the rest of the world. Totally different. We grew up in pure survival mode. Most of the times, if you left your house, you was getting into a fight. It wasn't an option. It was more like, who I'ma fight today? Who I'ma get into it with today? Don't talk about if you was pretty. Oh my God. Baby, you didn't, by the time you done made it to middle school, you done got jumped at least 6 times. I kid you not. Like, bitch, we was in Iraq. Okay? We was in Iraq. So I don't like to hear, oh, New Orleans women, da 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 da. So what? We weathered the storm. There's a storm. Let's get into the men. Imagine having a day a New Orleans man. Okay, that trauma speaks for itself. Like, trust and believe, ain't nobody gonna love you like a New Orleans man gonna love you. And I don't know if that's a good or a terrible, frightening thing. I'm gonna let y'all figure that part out. Then let's go into if you got brothers. Oh, brothers and cousins, baby, they don't care nothing about you being a girl. They swinging on your ass. Swinging on you like they ain't never met you before. But you gonna know how to fight. Oh, you gonna be trained. Baby, New Orleans women have every right to be overly aggressive because all day life they had to fight.
All my life I had to fight.
Like, y'all see New Orleans people right now, and I don't know about everybody, but it took a lot of work for me to get here. Like, once I discovered life outside of New Orleans, I was like, oh my God, people are functioning normally. Like, it took a lot of therapy, a lot of anger management. It took a lot of self-work to get here, baby. So with that being said, if I ever say, I'm a bad without you, you got me to that point. You got me in that mood.
Man, she said everything I use. And it made sense when she said it. And she was very pretty too, by the way. She said, all my life I had to fight. And I started laughing. I said, yeah, that's how most ladies act everywhere. But not as bad as there, right? Because I know somewhere where the ladies are worse. And I lived in those areas, not directly in them, but I've experienced them. And what am I talking about? In New York, good old New York City, a girl will tell you, shut my knuckle, and walk up on you and punch you like a man, or hit your face with the box cutter. I don't know nothing about no Rikers Island. Woo! Dangerous, more dangerous than penitentiary. And it's girls from like the South Bronx that said, that been in, it's crazy. But I understand. She said it. All my life, I had to fight. And one thing I know about New Orleans, and I give New Orleans a lot of respect, but it's not for the right reasons, because that's one of the murder capitals of the U.S., actually the world, is New Orleans. So it always goes down there. A very dangerous place.
NOLA girl. Of course I look cute and innocent, but my attitude in my mouth is slicker than yours. I'm a NOLA girl. Of course I need a daiquiri for every occasion and every situation that's going on in my life. I got fired from my job. I need a daiquiri. I need to talk to my best friend about something personal. I need a daiquiri. My child getting on my nerves. I need a daiquiri. Or it's the second line. I need a daiquiri. I get into it with the rest of the pizza family members that I got. I need a daiquiri. I'm a NOLA girl. Of course I cook like my mama and drink like my daddy. One of my daddy's sons. I'm a NOLA girl. Of course I'm ripping you and your side of the family when I'm mad. Yeah, you an army head hoe. Your mama is built like a stuffed bell pepper. And I'm tired of your grandma wearing that stiff-ass 27-piece with no part with that CNA lunch lady outfit on. I'm a NOLA girl. Of course I'm going to the second line even though I don't know how. Okay? I'm a NOLA girl. Of course I come with 5 personalities. And ain't none of us is never wrong. All 6 of us. I'm a NOLA girl. Of course bringing me 5 pounds of crawfish, 3 potatoes, 3 corns, 2 turkey necks, a ooey gooey cake, a daiquiri, and some chicken for Manchu is not gonna make me be mad at you no more. Come here, stay.
New Orleans, I need some help, please, because I really don't understand. I mean, I don't really understand how the women think, but I don't understand how the women in New Orleans think. Okay, so there's this girl who lives next to me, and I hope that she doesn't see the video. But anyway, every time she see me outside, she just look at me in the eyes and say, "Bitch, you make me sick." And sometimes she just call me bitch for no reason, you know, and I don't even talk to her. And now I was going outside to get something to eat, and then she asked me if
She
I
like you,
wanna
man.
hang out.
Yeah.
Bitch, I ain't hanging out with you. You've been calling me bitch the whole time. Matter of fact, I was making you sick. Nah, what the hell? No, I don't understand this, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm scared. I'm scared because you can tell I'm adapted, right? You see what he said? What he said? I said, she like, a lot of you guys know, yeah, you're adapted too. You're adapted to the trauma of the hood. And a lot of ladies have that hood attitude. Why? They watch ladies that watch television, they watch girls in the hood act a certain way that's betrayed to them to get them to do certain things and act a certain way. Yeah. Yeah, you're brainwashed, brother. But he wasn't hearing it. I understand. Now at this day and age, I wouldn't be hearing it either.
New Orleans honestly has some of the most naturally beautiful women, like all bias aside, honestly. Like when you're talking about naturally pretty face, natural body, like got it from your mama, not from a doctor. And there's no shade to any girls who got work done at all. But it's like New Orleans was very slow, I feel like, to catch on to the cosmetic procedure train because it just wasn't needed. Like you're not gonna find them cheap pop-up surgery centers out here, like somewhere in Miami or something. Like a nice southern homegrown thickness. It's just different. I don't know, I think New Orleans girls are just so naturally T. Such a variety out here too. Like everybody looks different. You got the light-skinned girls, the caramel girls, the chocolate girls, and they're all just so naturally pretty. And it's some other southern cities like that too. Like our sister cousin is right next door in Houston. Definitely beautiful women, naturally pretty, naturally got body. Like, yeah. I just love that for my southern sweeties. And that's another thing, just being nice and sweet. Like the southern hospitality be real. So that's really just the icing on the cake. Like, ugh, I love us. Some of y'all do be rude though. Some of y'all. But for the most part, it really just be nice, pretty girls. Ugh, I love that for
I'm sure it's a lot of that going on. A lot of nice, pretty girls that are some cool to be around, right? Depends on how you get in, how you fit in. If you can, how can I say, if you have the attitude or you have the patience, anybody can go anywhere and pretty much have the time of their life, right? That's just how the world is. Same thing like with going over to different countries. A person can put themselves anywhere. Why? Because we're going to adapt. We're made to adapt, right? We're born that way. And God made us wonderfully that way. Also, as she mentioned, the pretty girls, they're all fine. There's one thing that comes along with that. It's this.
New Orleans, I want y'all to listen up. All that sucking y'all hoes like to do, cut it out. We're gonna bring that to a minimum. So today I got checked, and my doctor, excuse me, asked me that I want to take prep, and I was like, no, I don't want to take prep. Like, you know, I have safe sex. You know, I'm good. You know, I've been good. She was like, I advise you to take prep. I'm like, well, give me a reason. Why should I take prep? Because I'm not that much informative about prep, right? The lady said from the age 15 and under 35, people are coming in testing positive for HIV. Trump taking away Medicaid. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all not gonna be able to get checked. Y'all better do what y'all got to do to be safe out here. And I say what I say. Mwah.
So why everybody saying that girls from New Orleans is mean? Like, like is New Orleans the only city that has mean girls? And honestly, like I don't feel like all of us are mean. Like I will say they got some mean ones, okay? Like they could be mean, but I feel like that's everywhere. Like to just put that on us is weird. And I will say like a lot of us are actually very, very sweet. Like upon meeting us, like, we're always like, a lot of us are like really friendly, like welcoming, like, and then when we like really get to know you and be lock in with you, like, we'll like really look out for you, like, you know, we be whipping them pots, you know, we gonna feed you, you know, we gonna love on you, we gonna love on your family, like all that stuff. I will say, like, if you make us mad, like, it could be a bad day for you. I will say that. But just to say, like, the whole United States of New Orleans girls are mean, no. Like, who said that? Who started that?
You have to be a really strong individual to stay in New Orleans, because people will try you every day. When I tell you every day is something. Every day is something. And it's like, you try not to resort like to fussing and all of that, but then the people here, like people in New Orleans, will really like bring you there, like, because they so ignorant. They just ignorant. They never want to take accountability for nothing, and they want to go back and forth with you, and they be in the wrong. Like, it's so like, even when you go at people like in like try to go at them in a decent way, they still find something wrong in that. Like, it's just like, people in New Orleans do not like to be told nothing, and it's just like they just have an eerie spirit over their city, because it's like, it's very seldom you come across a person where, like, you know, like the elders cool, but see the younger generation, like that 40 on down, girl, please, the men be ready to box the women. They ain't got be ready to go toe to toe with the women. I just had to fuss with a dude because he in the wrong. He on my property. And I'm like, can you come from back there? He want to get mad with me because I'm telling him to come off my property. You in the wrong. Oh, it's the way you said. I wouldn't have to tell you nothing, period, if you wouldn't have been back there. You know you're not supposed to be back there. So what, like, then when I ask you to come from back there, you got something to say. Because you don't want to be told nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a lose-lose situation. It don't matter which way I would have said it. You would have still been mad. Because you don't want to be told nothing. Because you know you're in the wrong. Like, baby, you have to be a strong person to live in the city of New Orleans.
Answer's coming.